Oh, I'm
Welcome
being
back.
recorded.
Welcome back to the Doomer versus Bloomer
Fucking
podcast.
mic fell. That's great timing.
Oh my gosh, and that is a great emblematic way of representing our guest, our featured podcast host today, Cole Williams, aka Copper Cab, aka the Fortnite Menace,
So
aka the groomer across the ocean.
No, but so you don't want me to record this on that Audacity then, or do you?
No, hit that record, hit that like,
Okay.
hit that comment.
Here, I'll clap sync for you. There. Okay, if you actually give a shit, then cool.
I won't. That will all be in the podcast. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for this genuine peek behind the scene at a pro Discord groomer, aka Cole Williams.
I'm
Now,
a bit
Cole,
of a gamer.
Is it true that you met your wife on Discord? Just as a
No.
gay. Just
No, I did not.
would you like to elaborate on how you did meet your wife?
You know, the funny thing about you asking that is that everybody fucking shits on me for talking to my wife all the time, but the first thing you ask me is about her. So, not my fault this time, losers.
That is true. And wait, let's take a step back. Let's talk about how I met the wonderful Cole Williams as a fellow Monkey Discord member about a year ago. Time's all distorted.
Do you want me to tell this one?
Yeah, go for it.
So I was on Grinder, and I was looking for a little. I just want a little side action, and I saw this little Indian kid, and I hit him up, and that's how things go.
Wait, I cut out while you were telling that story. What'd you say?
Oh no, it's fine. I already told the story, so you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You told him it was big and brown, right? But Cole Williams was base schizo. My first experience with a Discord schizo.
Really?
And it was, yeah. And I thought actually Cole was one of those like Nazi cringe, like e-boy edgelords, who I guess knew he was one, but he quickly became one of the most left-leaning people I've met on Discord.
I'm not that left-leaning.
I know, but that doesn't change the fact that you are one of the most left-leaning that I've heard.
You're my
I don't really
fan.
join that many.
You just jumped into the shit without any audio testing or anything. Okay, I'm just gonna turn that shit off. No, never mind. You can't hear that shit. I'm turning that back on. I'm not fucking sweating for you. Sorry. Go on. I mean, interrupting. What, do you have some fucking third world internet over your fucking little yurt? What is going on? Why are you why are you quiet now? Why am I flying solo? Where did a fucking typhoon roll in and blow you away? Where'd you go? Oh.
I just came back. I'm sorry. I got a call from the wifey. You know how those Asian girls get.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was hoping you were gonna save that one. I have no idea where I was going with that.
Okay.
One of my earliest fond memories, and I think one of the first ones with Cole, was that he would just go on these elaborate rants that everyone was huge fans of, and often drunken at 3 a.m. when it used to be me, you, Toot, Chuckwad, Robel, just being idiots, and then Lucy. Well, no, okay, wait. They read the text. We actually mentioned it in our last measly few podcast about some gay shit you're posting. But the VCs were Kino, and then there was this really cringe, edgy kid that was in the Discord calls, and then you had this Phoenix Wright ranted trying to dox her.
Wait, who's Phoenix Wright?
The lawyer guy. Come on, man. Gotta get your. You watch One Piece because Monkey watches it, but you never heard of Phoenix Wright?
Okay. If there's one thing, iDubbbz may lift because of his girlfriend. I lift for me. I watch One Piece for my girlfriend or my wife. Fuck. Oh my god, she's divorced me.
Shit. Damn.
We've been married for fucking 6 months. I still call her that shit. Yeah, it's cringe.
Shit.
It may be
Well,
cringe
more
to
cringe.
fucking say that shit, but you know what's not more cringe than anything else is disappointing your spouse. Monogamy for the win, bro.
That's true. It does sound like you have a kind of like Will Smith, Jada Pinkett type relationship, maybe.
Yes,
maybe a John
ideal. That is exact. Yeah, I cannot wait to smack the shit out of Chris Rock.
Yeah. Man, she's still not gonna fuck you, bro.
No, it's okay. But she lets me watch sometimes.
And that's based.
Yeah. I'm gonna start this COVID test.
Okay, nice. So Cole is taking a COVID test because he's flying out to his mail-ordered bride. It's usually not how it works, but they're a modern couple.
I'm heading to Israel.
That's right. He's gonna be fighting the good fight for us, so we can stay comfortable at home and he can get some glory to his name and put that alleged AK that he had.
I don't have any AK
to use.
My friends are cool with me. My better guns.
Really? Is that the definition of cool for Cole Williams?
I don't have a definition for many things. I just kind of vibe.
Nice. Now Cole is finally free to do this podcast because he recently exited his job.
Yes, I'm now in
Cool.
NEET.
Nice. That's your fake need. Your fake cell need.
I have a lot of money, but I'm a NEET, so.
You're a vol need.
I'm a vol need.
You're a Veet.
Yeah.
Good. Let me know whenever you swab the shit and then you're just waiting.
I'm a swabbing right now.
Nice. You doing the nose one or the? Jesus.
No, I'm doing the one that you put up your asshole.
Oh, okay.
There's like the fourth
Wait,
one.
that's a test?
Yeah. Or maybe that's just me, but I think I prefer to do it that way.
Yeah.
Personally.
Mine's called like the Bad Dragon brand. Which brand is your test?
Adam and Eve. Okay.
So tell us where and in what role did you work?
Oh yes, dox myself. I was bored.
There's a 5% chance that would have worked, guys. So I had to take a shot.
Okay, I was, no longer am, and you won't be able to find me because there's no.
Don't release any identifying because I don't actually care.
No, I know. I'm not just saying I'm not comfortable saying. I was a supervisor at for security at a data center.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really all I'm willing to say.
So you worked for India?
Actually, I don't think
so
there
much.
was a single brown man working there.
Yeah, that's what you worked for, though. We have you guys, you scut monkeys, just do the work. And then we handle the calls.
I'm gonna do the dropper thing on my little pregnancy test here and fucking know.
Good shit.
We'll know if all these 2 years of grinding and saving is going to be put off another couple weeks. And
Jesus!
blow my brains out.
Oh my god! It's a gift for you to enjoy your time at home without your job for a little bit longer before you go over there and get your kidney.
Yeah, which is exactly what I want.
Mm-hmm. Squeeze a little bit of life left.
Yeah. Squeeze that trigger.
And Cole was recently supervising his replacement, and it's quite an eccentric character, it sounds like.
Which one? Because there's been 3 of them since that.
Did they all get fired in the training process, or do you
No, we
trainers?
just didn't. I mean, that's part of why I quit. It was that understaffed. I couldn't get the time off I needed, so kind of it was a lifestyle thing. But
good for you.
Are you talking about Tall Heartsy?
The old guy.
Which old guy? Are you talking about the one with like the plague, the one with leprosy?
Oh shit! Let's just do chronological. Who was the first one that you remember training?
First one was the sexist guy who was fucking hilarious. He would like, I am not me at work. I don't say base shit. I am very much an NPC when I'm on the clock. And there's this one old dude who literally did the whole like finger typing thing, and he would say shit every time he talked about
like single finger, like index finger.
Yeah. It took me half an hour to teach him how to copy and paste. I had to do it twice in the same day. So like he would always like when we talked about like female coworkers, or I mentioned to them about like certain mannerisms they have. You're like, well, you know how women are, and shit like that.
Every time.
Literally me in the future. I just saw my future in his eyes, and I was like, thank fuck I'm quitting this place.
Did he elbow you in the ribs? Like, yeah, you'll get it when you're older.
I mean, he did do that shit where he like would talk about like women being hot and shit, and like how he's got in trouble for mentioning how hot bitches are at workplaces. So he's definitely a well-adjusted individual for sure.
Yeah, he's talking to fucking mid-20s kid. Like, yeah, I've been fired before for harassment.
Speaking of age, wait. Speaking of age, how fucking old are you actually? Because I don't believe for a second you're 30 or anywhere near 30.
I'm between 25 and 30.
Really? I don't.
Yeah. My boyish voice is just deceiving.
No, you seem too upbeat and like you sound like there's life in you still, and that just doesn't make sense for that age group.
Because you have to join the path of the brown messiah, random Kandor. I will teach you the secret, but you do have to do some things to enter the cult. I mean the family.
I ain't doing any gay shit.
Where are you putting that swab again? No, but thank you. I appreciate that. That's very sweet. Very atypically sweet of you, Cole Williams.
How about you shut the fuck up and don't you dare fucking compliment me.
He doesn't like warm thoughts, warm feelings.
Can you not do
sensitive
that?
soul.
Can you not do that gay little whispery like cheeky little thing?
It's called fourth wall breaking. I learned it from Deadpool.
Oh,
pretty epic.
Not cringe at all. Very cool to be like Deadpool.
My thoughts exactly. He's literally me.
Yeah, that's definitely a mindset you want to go through life with.
Yeah. He's pretty epic.
I guess that's better than like going through like the world with the mindset like the Joker. Like, who do you think is like the worst versus the best literally me character like that? Or like maybe not literally me, because like nobody's literally the Joker, nobody's literally Deadpool. You know, maybe
people
like
think it.
Ryan Reynolds Drive. I buy that one because like it's such a boring nothing character. In
Ryan
Drive.
Gosling.
Whatever. Who fucking you got the first name? But like
That's a good point.
who do you think? So for what? Because I don't think the Joker's literally me. I think the Joker is something people relate to and kind of aspire in like a self-destructive way to be like. So like, what do you think is like the most positive character like that? Like I'd say Deadpool is definitely more positive than Joker, but do you think there's like a better one than that?
Yeah, I guess Deadpool is like almost like a mirror where he's basically a bloomer. Like whereas the Joker just breaks and snaps and like wants revenge, whereas the fucking Deadpool gets ugly and just fucking roasted all over his face, and he still tries to persevere. Yeah. I guess. And there was a good point you made about like the Drive character is a lot more realistic, a lot more. Yeah, he's like a fucking autistic, silent, like solitary guy, so it's not hard.
Literally me.
Yeah, whereas Joker, like I guess you could argue the same prior to his Breaking Bad season 4 turn, but he is just like literally schizophrenic or like fucked up and caretaking his mom. Like it's a lot more of a desperate situation that a lot fewer people can.
Do you think it's better to idolize the Joker or Walter White?
I would say both of them have parallels in the sense of people. I think people idolize them because of what they do from their sad like story and background, and like they have agency. They try to exact revenge or try to bring about change to reflect their bad past. I'd say probably Walter White because he has more of a business mindset and he's not just like chaos. Like Joker's literally a terrorist.
But literally fucking makes meth. I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, I guess the Joker is okay. That's a good point. Well, who does more damage? The Joker, who killed maybe like 13 people and inspired like an anarchist movement, or I mean, okay, I don't know. Are we talking like if we're talking like Joker 2019, how many people did he kill? Like 5, 4?
Yeah, 5. Around that with the 3 fucking Cole Williams like guys, and then there was the then there was a big evil guy, and the talk show guy, right?
Yeah, you get what you fucking deserve.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, then, I mean, we saw the damage that Walter White's meth did. You know, it spread across the country, you know, that blue crystal.
That is true.
But, like, I mean, like, yeah, sure, like, Gotham's, like, you know, it's fucking Detroit, but, like, do you think that the damage of Gotham, because Gotham's, like, kept in its one spot, even like canonically in the universe, like it's just Gotham. You know, it doesn't go outside of Gotham.
That's
so
true.
Do you think that on the grand scheme, Walter's drug trade and his like excellent fucking meth has done more damage in a fentanyl kind of way, or do you think that Gotham itself is like a reflection?
That's a very, very, very astute question and interesting question. I think there's two things. First off, the Joker, like, yeah, Gotham's shitty and all that, but he directly inspired this fucking culty kind of thing, like police violence, all this like anarchist shit, like fucking the death of Batman's parents. That wouldn't have happened. Exactly. That wouldn't have happened without him doing that, right? Whereas Walter White, you can also argue, you know, they would have just got the meth from somewhere else. Or you could even argue that the potency of the meth, like, maybe has less cutting agents. And then on the flip side, might have been responsible for more, like, meth overdoses. But I don't know how many people overdose off meth.
Meth's a lot harder to overdose on. It's like, it's like heroin, this kind. But the problem with meth is when it gets mixed with others, when it gets cut.
Exactly. So like with having like this pure product, yeah, it'll probably get stepped on down the chain, but at the same time, you could argue that maybe there would be, huh?
You do meth? Sorry,
yeah, either way. I think it's the same kind of thing. No, I'm not white. I think we established that.
Oh,
but
okay.
no, but there's that. Yeah, there's like the drug thing that you were hinting at is like that's definitely more widespread. The crime downstream of that drug addiction and spreading that in that way is definitely, and the crime that goes along with it has a wider net of impact. Yeah. But you could argue that it would have been supplied elsewhere if it wasn't from, you know, whereas the Joker genuinely personally inspired a lot of stuff too, right? Go on.
And like, you gotta think of like people get beat up a lot in Gotham and they get robbed, but like so like the people that go to prison, they get robbed too, all their money gone, you know. And I mean, like, you can heal from getting beat up, depending on the beating, relatively quick compared to like a prison sentence, like even like possession of something. So that's also a complicated matter too.
Ooh, the arrest for drug dealing and stuff. And
but I mean, it's also kind of gay to like go on about like what Walter White did and be like, oh, that's, you know, irreprehensible because drug bad. I think that's kind of like a lame mindset. So,
but I think people, in romanticizing these characters, people do like dissuade some stuff and like, yeah, the premise is he's a meth cook or whatever, and yeah, he has cancer, he's doing it for his family, cool, like anti-hero stuff, but he's still a fucking meth cook. So that's not, yeah, it's innocuous in the sense, he's not a meth dealer, he's not beating people up, he's not violent. Like, no, man, it's look, yeah. That's not at all how he sounds. But yeah.
Are you sure it's alright?
I've never actually seen the show, but yeah.
What? Wait, what? No way!
Oh
my god, you scared me there.
You gotta watch it, bro. It's epic.
Have you seen Game of Thrones? You gotta watch it. I'll pay for HBO Max for you. You gotta watch it, bro.
There's sex. There's violence. It's crazy, bro. There's twists. Yo. Gotta be an end of first season, bro. You won't believe it. I can't spoil it. Man, can I spoil it? Oh, man. Just check out the Reddit. Check out the Reddit, bro. Trust me.
How about The Witcher? Have you seen The Witcher? You wanna watch The Witcher? You like Skyrim?
I had no idea you were Jewish.
You Better Call Saul. How about Better Call Saul? I really relate to Saul. That one's really good.
Yeah. It's more grounded.
It's like a milk toast Breaking Bad, you know? It's the same kind of...
It's more grounded. I don't know where I was going with that either. But, nice little segue because of that voice that sounds like the nerdy guy from Family Guy. Cole Williams actually does. I've seen his docs a few times. He does resemble Seth Rogen.
No, I don't. You keep fucking saying I'm fat. I'm not fucking fat. You keep saying I resemble like fucking Seth Rogen.
Yeah, big bones.
Okay, I sent a fucking screenshot of my Bannerlord character in game like a week ago. And like that literally is me. That's literally what I look like. 100%.
It's literally, is it the picture of Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, that's Joaquin.
Literally you. With the shoulder blades and everything.
Yeah, with the weird wrists and all that shit. Also.
Yeah, no. This is just the very little payoff culmination of my 2-year gaslighting campaign about giving Cole Williams body dysmorphia.
Have I been in this Discord for like 2 years?
I don't, man. They actually fucked up. I don't know. I've joined it sometime during the pandemic for sure.
I guess.
And I feel like I've been in there for like a year-ish at least.
how long has Trash Pass been going? Like, has it really been that long? Have I wasted that much of my life?
Well, what else were you gonna do in the pandemic, to be fair?
I'm American. There was no pandemic where I live.
What state are you living?
Kansas.
Gee, you know, I was actually in Kansas. Or I was in fucking Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's
Not too long
fucking
ago.
near Kansas.
Wait, isn't that the tri-state? Kentucky, fuck.
What?
I'm thinking of Kentucky.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I was thinking about, like, you know, your body weight and like Kentucky Fried Chicken, and it was a little bit of a a little bit of pump the fuck on my part.
Oh my god.
Cole Williams is reevaluating his beach body for the Philippines as we speak. He's like, no, 10 more pounds.
I don't want to lose a pound or gain. I've been stuck at my ideal weight for like a long time. It's about building mass now.
Good for you, brother.
Thanks.
How long have you been working out?
That's about 6 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Push-ups? Or you asshole crunches?
Yeah, those specifically. I like the thing where you like sit on the machine, like you like spread your legs, you know, and like really work that out.
Yeah.
That muscle. That'd
The
be
adductors.
important.
Wait, the spreading or the closing of the leg?
Both. Both.
The,
You know.
I think the adductors are the closing. The abductors is the opening. The abductors are good for the booty.
I do a lot of, see, I think I'm too much of a physically intimidating man, but I also don't want to change my physique, so I do a lot of exercises to give myself knocked knees. I like to, you know, every night I put my calf and my thigh on top of 2 different cinder blocks, and I'll whack it with a hammer.
Damn.
Times. Yeah.
Just so that your Kino Corner costume is complete for Halloween.
Oh my god.
You know what?
I've never once seen Kino's legs. I don't know. Have you like had a chance to observe them?
No.
He always like films at like waist height up and roll steps in everything he does.
Yeah, I wonder why that is. Now that you mention it, it's quite.
I think it's a cameraman thing. I know it because I did marching band in high school, but like, yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird to see him like float, you know, like actually roll step. I'm like, I can't tell if it's intentional, if it's like some kind of like autistic thing, but.
What the fuck is a roll step?
So it's like where you walk in a specific way in which you keep your feet straight, one foot in front of the other, very mechanical way to walk, and you hit with the back of your heel first, and you roll your foot down, and then by the time the front of your foot hits, the back of the other foot's already on the ground. So it's the smoothest way to walk. It's like, you know, how you play an instrument when you're moving.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Like,
and is that
like holding cam steady?
Is that also like a technique outside of the band world?
Yeah, like to walk with the camera kind of thing. But I don't know why you would do that. Like, I don't know if when you're the person being filmed, the subject, it kind of makes you look unnatural. So I don't know why he does that when he's being filmed.
Might be like he does that whole whisper shit that you talked about.
I never brought up the whisper. I think you like the voice never actually bothered me. I thought it was pretty good for YouTube content. There are voices that make me want to kill people on YouTube, and that's not one of them.
Maybe it wasn't. Are you sure? Because I don't really watch his videos. Although I did watch some of his early videos recently. But
I've
someone else
joined in on
was
some
like,
trolling, but I don't think Gay Voice is actually that gay. I think it's just good content.
Aw, that's sweet. Yeah, no, I think that from my viewing of his very early videos on his channel, just like literally today, I respect the guy following his passion and doing what he likes.
It takes a lot to make so many videos that are that boring.
No Kino slander.
I'm joking.
I cannot abide by Kino.
No, I went through the whole film buff thing. You know, I've been there too. I wanted to be a director at the end back into high school. I watched all those like thoughtful, like analytical videos, but I kind of just came down to like the conclusion that they're all just kind of boring, and like maybe just enjoy shit and stop overanalyzing it is a better way to live. But I mean, more power to him for doing it into his 30s and 50s.
Yeah, he's like your age still.
No, he's older than me. I think he's like I think he's closer than I thought. He's done a lot for his age. He's lived a full life.
Good for him. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think there's a middle ground though that you're discounting. So you can like selectively go in depth with things, and then you don't have to. Like, I'm sure there's some kind of like artists out there that are like, oh, you know, I'm cursed with this knowledge. I have to analyze every frame, and oh my god, you're using this technique. But nah, I'm sure you can turn it off. It's a willful cringe.
Yeah, no, it's his content. That's his niche. That's what he loves to do. I'm not gonna fucking hate on that. I can't. I think a problem he has is that he never like he has videos that like pop off for like big movie, you know, like things that where he gets on the meme at the right time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, intruder alert.
Welcome, Riely. Riely is a young bloomer in the community that is also a big Kino Corner fan. Riely, we're talking about Kino's stranglehold on the autistic film buff territory.
But like he never breaks past more than like a few thousand views on average, or a few hundred sometimes even. And I think that you gotta acknowledge like the fact that his videos, if you're not like, oh, I love the camera angle and they use the
real technical,
yeah, they use the Zoom H1 mic. You know, if you don't give a shit about that stuff, it's really like I tried watching an explanation of The Lighthouse by him because I watched that movie. I didn't understand what the fuck happened. And I just like by the end of it,
I watched Kino Corner to tell you what to think.
Yeah, and but he seemed very knowledgeable. What he was saying, and like I learned, or he said things I didn't know. But like by the end of it, I was like, "What the fuck?" I tuned all of that out.
You're like, "Oh, that was a pleasant noise." What was that?
Yeah, that was great ASMR. Did I wake up?
Yeah. Did you do the gay voice?
Can I do the gay voice? I've never. No, I don't want to make fun of the man. I think he's cool, despite saying that.
Yeah, no, you didn't slander him, but that's fair. That's nice that you gave the shot, and it's interesting to hear that you were a big film guy, even thinking about it for a career earlier on.
My boys are hitting me up to play Fortnite, so I'm gonna dip now.
Oh my gosh!
I'm joking. I'm joking. I was supposed to react to that.
To be fair, he did say like, "Hey guys, like I don't have that much time today. I have to go play Fortnite. It's so much crazier without the building, bro.
Dude, it's so good without the building. It's so based.
I just murk these noobs. Riely, you play Fortnite?
Riely,
without the building, yes. The building sucks. Building is fucking stupid.
It's so good. Why do you keep muting yourself? Like, are you like?
He's got some wind.
I'm literally on my phone. I was just here to listen, but I had to say that not building Fortnite was based.
That's wow. So you're skydiving right now. That's cool.
Yeah, he's up in the stars. He has to tune in for Fortnite. Riely, you piece of shit. Why? Chip in for anything else. Chip in whenever I ask you to chip in for fucking Kino Corner. But
maybe
in for fucking Fortnite.
You chipped in about Kino Corner, and then people just kept talking for like 20 minutes. I didn't get a chance.
Oh, I wonder what people do in a fucking podcast.
Yeah, Riely.
I like Kino Corner on Is It Kino, but I've never finished a Kino Corner video.
that tells us a lot. Riely's actually new to podcasting. Riely, this must be the second or third podcast you're on?
We gotta reach around here.
Third, yes.
Hey, look around.
What's up, reach around?
What's going on? Thank you for
you know.
with that chuckle. This is Willy the Warden. Willy the Warden is joining us live from location.
Wait, Willy, that's you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's the guy.
This is a much cooler name in profile picture.
Yeah, where'd you get it, Willy?
Well, there's this really immature like video game streamer who streams
really?
streams for his girlfriend, and he just kept saying fucking look around from that fucking Hamilton song, and it was annoying as fuck.
Yeah, no, I think reach around's a great name for you.
Yeah, reach around, right, Willy?
Oh yeah, you know it.
Willy, what do you think about the Kino Corner?
Oh my
As a fellow film aficionado. Okay.
Why is the one time I come on your fucking podcast become like a fucking Kino Corner like jerk circle or like fucking?
Well, it is something. He is one guy that, first off, I am a known detractor, but I can't knock a man's hustle.
As somebody who has a very bad reputation in Kino Corner's community, and he probably doesn't like me, I would prefer to not talk shit on Kino Corner, to be honest.
No, we're not talking shit, but yeah, Kino Corner does kind of link all four of us together pretty neatly, so it's a nice little jumping spot. So that's why I was asking Willy, if you give us a Cole's notes, this won't be the is he Kino man review that we're gonna do later on, but you can do some quick points about your finding of him. Obviously, you're a fan, right?
Well, yeah, you can label me as a fan, as small, determined to be, but I don't think he's Kino, to be honest.
Oh shit!
What
are some things that are holding him back from being Kino?
Wow, Kino isn't Kino. What news?
Gee, misnomer.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that, Luby?
Do not sign off on this conversation.
Because I think he just tries to be a little too edgy, talking about the films like Serbian film and.
Okay, I disagree with you there. I think that's the most interesting part of him is he'll talk about the shit nobody talks about, and I love that. But now he's done all the good ones, so there's nothing left.
Have you heard of Salo?
Yeah.
Oh god.
No, but there's merit to that for one thing, but then become like a one-trick pony eventually, which I can
he's definitely
understand.
he's definitely not a one-trick pony. It's just like, okay, so his content, like, he's knowledgeable about what he does, and he knows everything about every movie he talks about. But the thing is, when you know it all, you just sound like a know-it-all, and like that can be like really. If you're not also a know-it-all, that can be really fucking like, or if you're not trying to become a know-it-all, it becomes like nails on a chalkboard. And so it's like, if I don't want to know every little fucking detail about how they got this fucking panty shot in this movie, like, then I'm not gonna give a shit. Which is why, like, the majority of his ones kind of fall flat, I think, to like the average viewer. But like, then there's other ones like a Serbian film or like that, where his like, or Salo, where his like extreme knowledge is extremely entertaining. And like his analytics, like, or his like way of analyzing it is like very interesting. It's like it's taking like the poo poo eat movie and like putting it in a light where it's like, oh, this is smart somehow. Like that's awesome. I like that.
But
shit.
like, who enjoys films like that? I mean, does anyone really want to talk about these films?
But what about
do.
his way of pitching them, Willy? No gay slang. But is that something that makes it more accessible or makes the ideas more interesting, even if you don't watch the movie or have any interest in the movie itself?
I guess that's a fine way of putting it.
Right, so we created another Kino fan. Just another day on the Random Candor Discord.
Kino like puts fucked up movies in a way that I feel like if I didn't tell the title or the actual subject material of the movie, I could like describe them to my mother and she'd be like, "Oh, that's nice."
Wow. So he's kind of like nostalgia critic.
By the way, like, I don't have a problem with like, dark, disturbing shit. My favorite film of all time is A Clockwork Orange, and that's a very disturbing film. But it has layers to it, of course. It's not just sex and violence, of course. It's very much talking down about the situation, actually talking about it. With things like Salo and Serbian film, it's like, wow, I don't know what to get out of this. I'm just watching something that's unpleasant.
But if you're just... Go on.
Has Kino done a Clockwork Orange video?
He has, yes, he has, actually, which I do like that video.
Yeah,
nice.
Okay, I want to watch that now.
Willy, are you sure you didn't... Did you get turned off whenever you didn't want to do your podcast? Was that the black pilling?
No, actually, I'll confess something. Here's the thing. I've always considered the word just Kino to be a copyright word to Simmy and Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm
so,
the same way.
Yeah, thank you, Copper. And as like a little joke nod to him, I was like, hey. To like interrogate him on the word Kino, I was like, you want to come over and podcast? Maybe we'll talk about it. And of course, as you know, he let out that whole monologue, whatever, and that became
Yeah.
a meme.
I'm pretty sure you just messaged him once, and then he just aired you out in public for no reason. It was kind of fucked up.
I mean, it was funny because like, you autistically asked him like 3 times, I think, and then he just like snapped, which was hilarious.
No, I think it was much more than that. In the end.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
It was okay. It was once, and then we were just talking about the movies that I was asking to review, and then he just let out the monologue.
I think.
I believe that's what happened.
I think what you neglected to see is that YouTubers, despite literally being meats and like unemployed losers, all think they're better than us. So,
That's
like,
true.
they're like, so that they have this big ego, but like it's really because the world like worships artists right now. It's really hard for them to like look in the mirror and be like, oh, I'm a fucking artist. I am a loser. So it's kind of. You know, like when they come in these, like I don't know, maybe that's just me, but like when I see these YouTubers like Discord channels like us, I see them on the same level socially. You know, if we have time to be here, obviously we're not important. And these people are entertainers, and they're entertaining autistic fucks like us. So it's like their value is really only the value of the entertainment they provide to autistic retards like us, which you know that isn't too impressive to me.
That is true, and even though both of you guys are in my server right now, I don't think I'm that much above you guys. Like intellectually, yes, probably looks and just status in society.
Yeah, I don't think that I'm like monetarily, socially, philosophically, morally. My house is better than yours. I don't think I'm better than you, but I don't
want to use like outdated things, but I'm just higher class. I think. But
yeah.
At the same time, we can talk, we can rap.
Let's just say if we were in like the caste system. Okay, we're in the caste system per se. I would be, I don't know, like a fox, and you would be, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm above you. Maybe let's say something like more your level. If I'd be like a fox, and you would be like a caterpillar.
So you are a furry.
I will not answer that question.
We got him, Willy.
I did not have sexual intercourse with that woman.
That vixen.
I'll be honest, I kind of became a furry after watching Hello of Luna.
After watching what?
You know, Hell of a Boss with that sexy hellhound.
Hell of a Bot? I don't even know what that is.
You haven't seen Hell of a Boss? Oh,
No,
it's so
I
good.
I barely have time to do this.
Hell of a Boss is a Japanese anime that dabbles and dabbles into the complexities of...
You have to do a series where you review animes where you open up with Hell of a Boss is a Japanese anime.
Yeah.
Please.
That's what he's doing. He's clipping it right now. He's starting a show.
Oh, dude, this is like autistic furry shit.
This looks like fucking Powerpuff Girls guy. Like the gay demon guy.
I get it. I can see how you can be into this, but this is definitely like I've definitely seen these models in VR chat, and they are all trans and very aggressively sexually dominant. They're like every time I see these models in like VR chat or some shit, this is why I associate this with. I didn't even know what this character was.
I mean, there's literally an episode in the show where all characters just look at the camera and say, "Oh, you know the disgusting freaks that would drool all over you."
Oh shit! And then did you say literally me?
Yeah.
It's kind of a funny thing that you.
Cole's intimidated by your aggressive sexuality, Willy.
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
Now, Willy, you did see Sonic 2 recently, so that's in keeping with your furry persona.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what they call them? Persona?
Yeah, sure. Which is persona.
What kind of animal would your persona be, Willy?
A lobster.
Jeez, that's some high IQ shit.
Because they can live up to 100 years.
Well, I'd be a turtle. They can live up to like 500.
Wow.
Well, I would be actually AI. It's technically a life form, and it can actually exist in perpetuity. So I'd be both of you, again, proving my value.
I would be a weaverin, okay? That is a specific type of dread.
Just inventing words. Wait, Willy, what's your lobster is just literally length of time on Earth? What if your time is shit? There's no quality of life, and it's just length.
What if you're like a deadliest cast kind of lobster? Like,
What does that mean?
You never watched
Again,
Deadliest Catch?
I'm not white for the second time. Please
Are
be
you
culturally aware.
Are you saying History Channel or like the Discovery Channel is like specifically a white man thing?
Maybe not when they did documentaries.
You heard of like Cursed Oak Island or like Forged in Fire?
Duck Dynasty. Oh, that's totally accessible for all races.
You make a point.
So wait, go on with the show.
Can we talk about Sonic 2, please?
Okay, yes. Okay. Sure, let's talk about Sonic 2.
He's champing at the bit, as they say.
So Sonic 2, I guess my biggest complaint with it is that there was this whole secret organizational wedding plan going out in the second half, and it was just really awkward and stupid, and it wasn't funny. And also the fact with the rumors, Jim Carrey retiring, I don't know. I don't know like what they're gonna do. I know it's like implied that he dies in this film or something like that.
So Willie, you're just gonna come up the gate with the spoilers.
No, I mean, okay. Have you not seen the Is It Kino on it yet, Kandor?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so I haven't watched it either, but I willingly watched Is It Kino because it's a kid's movie. I don't give a shit about the fucking plot or spoilers in this. Some movies I do. Like with Better Call Saul, not watching any of that shit until I watch Better Call Saul. And I'm killing anybody that spoils me on that shit. But with Sonic, I don't give a shit. So it's just been fucking wild hearing like just random plot points out of this movie. Like it's like I hadn't heard about the wedding. I guess I won't spoil you, Kandor, but like there's like other shit. Okay, well, there's like they talk about like fucking Jim Carrey like going Akira at some point, like just like the wildest. But they like have like a dance off at like a bar or something at some point apparently, like just the wildest like little like quips of like how the fuck do they get to these spots in this movie? Apparently like Knuckles makes fun of Sonic and like psychoanalyzes him at some point. Like it's just like I cannot wait to watch.
He's literally me. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty entertaining. But Willie, your main gripes are the B plot in the second half is lackluster, and then the not sure how they're going to handle Robotnik going forward.
Yeah, I mean, is there? I'm not the greatest Sonic lore, but outside of like Robot Sonic, what other Sonic villain can they use?
Nega Sonic. I want Nega Sonic everywhere.
Yeah, Shadow.
How about Sonic? I want Sonic.
I used the days when the black characters were called Nega. That was funny.
That's an E, YouTube. N-E-G. Like Sega!
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Mega Sega. What the metal guy, was he, isn't Robotnik literally the only evil guy in Sonic? It's like Bowser. Right?
No, because wasn't Knuckles evil at one point in like one of the games?
Yeah, probably like misunderstood, and then he found out he was being manipulated, and Sonic didn't want that Chaos Emerald. I'm just spitballing, but I'm probably right.
Pretty sure like Sonic's one of those like franchises where like they have like 13 characters and they all like switch sides like depending on what movie or game you're in.
Yeah. This, by the way, this wasn't related to the movie, but I just had a terrible movie theater experience watching it.
Lay it down on it.
Okay, well, group of just jerk off like 15-year-olds behind us, and what happened is even before the movie started, like some lady just came up saying, "Hey, if you keep talking and blah blah, we'll kick you out and you won't get a refund." I'm like, okay, fine, so they'll shut the fuck up. No, they didn't shut the fuck up. They kept talking through the whole fucking movie until halfway. I just had to turn around and say, "Enough."
Did you turn around in the middle of Sonic?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wait, Willie, what color is your hair? Willie, what color is your hair at baseline?
Brown.
Did you have flashes of blonde? Like, were you going super Willie?
Probably. It was during the climax when I said it.
Oh shit! So you came?
Yeah, probably.
Riely, have you seen the Sonic 2 movie?
I have seen the Sonic 2 movie.
We're talking about Willie's no good, downright awful, rotten experience with some jerk-off teenagers who would not shut the hell up until Willie went sicko autist mode on them and said,
"Oh my god! I just
Oh
met
shit, I think that was
Christian.
me actually. I think I was the jerk-off teenager.
Really?
No.
Don't worry
I
about it. I have his dog. Go on.
I just had the realization that
Oh, no!
Christian will now get to see the Sonic movie, the Sonic 2 movie in theaters. He's in prison.
Isn't he out? Gamer from Mars had a documentary with him. When was that filmed?
Wait, he got out since?
I
No,
believe
no.
she is still in prison.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Right-
that was like a retrospective documentary. So.
No, but like they interviewed him and Barb and shit. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought it was post.
Wait,
I
sorry.
think
who's in prison?
Gamer. Christian. I think Gamer
Oh,
from Mars.
okay.
I think Gamer from Mars just happened to like do those interviews right before Chris went to prison.
But he also like didn't capitalize on the hype. He could have released him a lot sooner. I guess they are
The funny
quite
thing-
unwieldy.
As a low key Christorian myself,
Yeah,
like,
you
I've
kind of
seen
look like him.
I've seen. Fuck off. I've seen. I've seen every Geno Samuel episode, and like I've seen like multiple
Holy
documentaries
fuck.
on it. You get a lot of time to listen to podcasts doing security. But like I want to watch Gamer's like 4 hours of videos on him because I think they're gonna be really good quality. But I know I'm gonna know everything already, and I just want to see the interviews. But I don't know if it's not gonna be worth. I have to watch the whole thing. I can't just cut into the interviews. You know, I have to see the whole narrative how they do it.
I think they do front load and like maybe backload them. So like a lot of like the actual like information is in the middle. So they do the interviews to start off. From what I've seen, a lot of it's really kind of annoying to me. Like just like because Chris is like, yeah, cool, good character and like good to look at retrospective.
Oh, Sonic can have sex with my mother.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a really good impression.
Yeah. But he also is just like you can see the insufferableness with the interviews that like you know like you would never be like if you're around this guy you'd like hate your experience. Sorry,
Yeah, I saw like 30 seconds
Riely?
of it. I saw 30 seconds of it, and my Chris was like, or it was like pointing at the roof, being like, I see all there's Sonic, there's those two, one trip on the roof there. They're all waving at us over there, and I was like, literally me. I was watching
Yeah,
that.
that's it. Are you still in jail?
Yeah, I'm currently in my cell. Hey, Tyrone? Yeah, we'll do it later.
His name is
Okay,
Jamal.
yeah.
I think Chris Chan's in a women's prison actually.
No way. There's no fucking way. Not in Virginia.
I'm pretty sure. No, I think she might have legally gotten her gender changed, so I don't know.
Let me Google this. I think that they're. No, I think they're in a male prison, probably having more sex than they ever thought they'd have.
That's happened before. Weren't you fucking cool? Or was that Willy?
What?
Look around.
Kandor, are you on your phone?
No, I'm in the studio right now.
He's in the male prison. She is in a male prison. I'm not actively trying to be transphobic. I'm just lazy.
No, Riley's overcompensating because he misgendered Ellen Page on a podcast we were on earlier, and it really.
you mean
quite
Elliot
devastating.
Page, Kandor?
I know. Okay, so you misgendered
Dude,
Elliot.
I fucking gaydarred Elliot Page so hard. I was watching is it he right now?
He, yes.
Isn't he the dude that was in the Tom and Jerry movie?
No?
Oh, what was that one person? Who's in the Tom?
Are you saying that with confidence, though, Riley? Because I can see
Are you talking
Him.
about the recent Tom and Jerry movie?
Yeah, the
probably
new
mid
one.
2000s.
No. I know that girl. I don't know her name, but I know
Oh,
her from
this
other
bit.
things.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely a dyke.
Chloe
No,
Grace Moretz.
I'm trying to think of the other one. Let me.
Chloe Grace Moretz. The fucking
Elliot
kick-ass
Page was
girl.
in Juno. That's what you know him from.
You're right.
Yeah, it was weird that they cast a man for like being a pregnant teen and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
but it was a she.
mid 2000s.
She was cute in Juno, but now she looks like me when I was 12. So.
I'm not gonna lie, I think Elliot Page looks good in any gender, and I would absolutely fuck him.
You said that on a fucking recorded medium?
No, that was Willy who said that. He does a great impression.
Okay.
Willy, you rap-
Okay.
you rascal.
Okay.
But she back then was actually my crush. Like, be like, oh, literally, girl next door. Oh, I don't like fucking Alicia Cuthbert. Who were her contemporaries back then? Like J Law? No, Lindsay Lohan, I guess. I was like, oh yeah, Ellen Page is sick, and then now I'll never have a chance. That was the only thing that was blocking me. I was trying to get to LA, but
okay. Look up Chloe Grace Moretz.
You want the fucking Jack's picture?
She was like, look up pictures of her from like the Tom and Jerry movie. Yeah, I swear, watching that whole movie, I spent the entire time trying to figure out if that was a trans woman. I don't know if her shoulders are too broad, or like there's just something about her that like sends me vibes. That's like that a dude, you know? Like I
what? All of her pictures in the images for the Tom and Jerry movie is her holding her hips and making her like shoulders as broad as possible in this very cartoonish stance.
Yeah, but like no, if you watch her in motion, if you watch her in motion during the movie, like I don't know, I just got tranny vibes. I think that she might be a trans male. Like that's maybe call me a conspiracy theorist, but just like something about her. Okay, this looks like a dude to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's the eyebrows. Wait, let me send this here.
It could be the eyebrows. But I know there's a famous Photoshop of her. You must have seen that.
No, I
right?
As far as I know, I haven't.
Look up Chloe Bridge.
What's the picture
Chloe
of the
Bridge
server?
Moretz. It's me, Conkish, and
yeah, I'm trying
right.
to find it. I haven't on my files.
Bridge.
Here, I'll put it in voice. Don't want to put that in voice. Download again. Why can't I see this image in my fucking? There we go. That looked like a dude to me for some reason. I see a dude there.
She looks kind of like a bootleg Denise Richards.
I don't know who that is.
She's a really hot girl. Check out that image thing. Like her being like a masculine or broad-shouldered is like a meme.
I'm getting an iFunny error or a Know Your Meme error for this page. It took me to Disaster Girl.
Okay, wait, let me send you a single one. But anyways, so you got this vibe from her watching that, and then Ellen Page back in the day. But Willy, I do want to jump back to what happened after you spurred out on them. The movie 15-year-old. Jeez! Did your brother say, Willy, I didn't know you were so powerful?
Yeah.
Was your brother bothered too?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay, that is funny.
How many other people were in the theater?
It was kind of packed, like, I don't know, 15, 20.
People?
Yes.
At Yorkdale?
Yes, Yorkdale is very busy.
That's not a lot of people at all, Willy.
Yeah, that a dude. That is a dude. If I like went on a date with her, I would like keep going just out of curiosity. But like you know, like I would definitely not be surprised. I don't think this one's Photoshop. I would not be surprised if that individual ended up being male after. You know,
would you finish the handy?
Well, of course.
Yeah, don't be rude. Don't be rude. Yeah, she's just muscular. She's got shit. Like those are pretty.
Yeah, those are. She's not femininely muscular. That's like what I'm trying to look like. Kind of muscular.
I think
like
Feminine that's not real.
It's true.
No, it's true. There are. Yeah, if you look at like
all muscular women look like men.
No. I mean.
Riely, you're gonna be apologizing for this later. Don't do it, bro.
I never apologize for anything that I say.
Right? No, she's got some thick. She got like some bone structure type thickness. It's not just like so densely muscular. She does have some width to her frame. I don't know. I kind of fuck with it. It's individual. Fuck your standards of beauty, Cole. Your southeastern waif vibe.
You want some my standards of beauty, bro?
What are we talking about?
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah.
These are my
Oh,
standards, dude.
Wait, no,
This is-
she's not even muscular. She's just like a hot.
Damn.
Look at the pictures. Uh,
Yeah, check the voice. Check the voice text. She definitely does have some muscle on it. And some wit.
there definitely are a lot of women here that are like muscular, that like look masculine. but,
What
like,
the fuck is going on with her arms? How have I never noticed this?
That's a different person. Scroll up. That's a different person.
Oh,
I don't
This-
think she has arms.
This is a lot more feminine. Like that's like a
Oh,
lot more of a
God.
fucking feminine. muscular. Like you can tell there's a difference. Like with the waist, you know, I don't know if it's the way they work out, but the waist for like these women, it goes in. It doesn't go like men bulge out, you know, or like with the shoulders don't quite connect to the neck on any of them. It's hard to tell for some of them because they got like mad triceps, but I think that's like from steroids. I think the steroids are designed for men, not women.
Yeah.
They're gonna add testosterone, obviously.
Women just taking men's steroids? Oh my god.
I mean, it can't be easy to fucking obtain them.
Did you know that Chloe Grace Moretz is as old as South Park?
Really? What, the same date?
No, not the same day, but the same year.
Oh, that's a less interesting fact than really.
Yeah, that's what I fucking hate. It's like people are like, oh, you know, Simpsons and South Park should end, but I'm like, they're not really as old shows. They're just people are like they're 30-year-old boomers now.
Nah, I think Simpsons should end. I don't know about South Park, but I certainly think Simpsons should end.
Well, Simpsons should end, but it's too popular to end. You know, is what I'm trying to say.
Is it that popular?
It's such a big media franchise that like keeping it alive is like more profitable than killing it at any given time. But it's just so awful now.
It's
I
like
don't think it needs to end. I think that the good episodes are still good, and if they want to keep making their bread and like just cranking it in and make the show they have fun making, then go for it.
I'm very interested in the second movie, but everything else I don't give a shit
No.
about.
Oh
that.
my god,
That's
they
one
really
that
should
was-
make a Simpsons movie too.
Why?
Since
Why do
movie
you want
one was
that?
Kino as fuck.
Yeah,
I
but
think the movie could be a good focus of like getting some good people, good writing, and everything going. Because the episodes are just like obviously not ever going to bounce back. They'll just have celebrity cameos
people
of like
say that, but
taste
every
visual.
time I like step into like a Family Guy or a Simpsons or a South Park, it's like they're just not as good anymore. They're all still good. They're all still like on the same level. Whenever I like just randomly catch an episode.
And they're new.
I think like they still like make me chuckle, but like they're not like as clever or nuanced as they used to be.
I think that's just nostalgia bait. I honestly think that like it's not as different and you're just older. That's my honest opinion.
But they also were taste makers for the genre of adult like cartoons and like adult humor in general, like referential and also just like the subtleties and kind of political little subtle witty comments they will make. Like they were the first ones to do that. And then everyone else, like every single cartoon does that kind of
By
stuff
the
now.
way, actually, sorry, I have a fucking beef with South Park. Its newest fucking season, where it's like, okay, by 2019 was like the fucking Disney China crap, and that ended, and then the pandemic happened, and then we had those specials. I'm like, okay, and then this year it was announced South Park coming back, 25th season. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? They're all kids again. I thought they grew up. They're fucking retconning this crap then.
They're
No,
not
no,
retconning
no.
anything. Those specials are just like, oh, it's fun. Look at the future. And now we're going back to what they are.
So it's not canon. It's like those like.
It's
Simpsons.
canon, but it's in the future. It takes place like in 2040, whereas like the main show takes place in current year. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my understanding of it. I don't think they're necessarily retconning stuff, but even though they probably will, just by
Okay,
virtue of
because that just
flashing
got me
back.
confused for a bit.
Mhm. What? And any other beefs? Any other beefs with the new South Park? I haven't watched the new season, like post PC Principal advertisement.
South Park dropped off after Chef. It's never recovered from that terrible loss.
Yeah.
I watched all the way through. It was the one during the election cycle, and that one was fucking hilarious. So.
Yeah, that was with the PC Principal and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I've seen some modern episodes. They're pretty good. I just think anything post Chef is not as good as it used to be.
I tried watching the pandemic specials, and they were okay, but even high, they were kind of mid, personally.
The first one was
The
okay.
games hit. Stick of Truth and Fractured But Whole are really well written and well done.
The games were good.
Yeah.
They're worth playing for sure.
I don't know.
They
I feel
still
like
got it.
games like that don't attract me at all because it's like if I want to watch South Park, I'm gonna watch South Park. If I want to play a game, I'm gonna fucking play CS:GO. Like, I don't want to.
They do a pretty good job of like meeting that RPG like itch while being entertaining, and there's something to say.
Yeah, I really like
about the
RPGs,
story.
so it's like best of both
And
worlds.
even like an interactive story where you're kind of involved and they'll make references to your characters and stuff. There is an element that
really
you can't get.
That's like Easter egg vibe shit. I can't get onto an RPG where I can RP in it. I can't immerse myself into a fucking RPG where I like look like Cartman.
That's a you problem, bro.
I guess so.
Also, did you try it? That's the thing. It's pretty easy to get into.
I probably didn't get past like the character creator. I think I tried Fractured Butthole and I was like, I don't want to.
Not fair. At least you tried it.
Like Bannerlord instead, and actually feel like I'm a medieval person.
Or Fortnite. Fortnite's pretty sick. They got rid of the building.
$19 Fortnite card.
Did you get V-Bucks for the Fortnite?
Dude, I spent like $60 on V-Bucks the last 2 days.
Like you can Travis.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, South Park, because, when South Park first started, the big thing was it was like teaching adults or teaching parents to say, hey, just because your kid watches something that's raunchy and obviously too mature for them, it's not going to like poison and completely ruin their minds, especially with the moral of that for the movie. But nowadays, it's just like, of course, talking about any current events just help us go through and just have a good laugh at it, I guess.
The funny thing about like edgy cartoons trying to make the point that like watching edgy shit doesn't make you like a worse person is that like it's absolutely wrong, and I am absolutely a worse person for watching edgy shit.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm worse for like watching edgy shit, but I do think 100% the fans of these type of shows do not do the public image any favor.
Yeah, like Rick and Morty.
Yeah, Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty is probably the most normie of all of these shows in terms of fandoms. Right.
I think they're on the same level. I think anybody that's like, oh, these are the weirdos. They're the normies. They're the fucking loser nerds. Those are probably the more base people if you're being honest with yourself. It's like the fact that they're being made fun of and like don't fit in probably means that they're actually not normies, and like you're more the normie if you're the popular one making fun of them.
Yeah. I'd rather be a Jerry than a Rick.
And it's even it's kind of confusing too. I mean, look back at like what people consider first like really mature cartoon was Ren and Stimpy. Like Ren and Stimpy was technically aired as a children's programming, but parents didn't like kids watching Ren and Stimpy.
Was it really actually made? Because like even like the art style is so like aggressively just uncomfortable. Like was it actually geared towards kids? As like
they're on Nickelodeon.
It was specifically for adults. The creator specifically made it for adults. He wanted.
It was not on the Nick at Night block. It was a regular Nickelodeon Nicktoon. Okay,
but the fact that Ren and Stimpy aired on Nickelodeon just speaks to the times. Like Nickelodeon wasn't about kid shit. Ren and Stimpy was airing
true.
on fucking daytime TV.
I mean, like before cartoons, what did Nickelodeon even have? I don't think anything. Did they just start out with the cartoons?
That one Lopez dude's been on there since the beginning of time.
I think George Lopez airs on that network almost as much as SpongeBob SquarePants does.
Yeah.
They didn't have any kids like live action stuff, right? Like all that.
Yeah, they had all that. They had plenty.
Did they start with live action or did they start with the cartoons?
I think they started. I don't even know. I know they've been around for a long time, and like the first Nicktoons were like years separated from when they started, but I have no idea what the hell they were doing prior to that.
That meme I sent in voice is literally my exact experience with George Lopez show. It's my only exposure to it. It's just like waking up and seeing it.
I would unironically just dream episodes of George Lopez because I would like leave Nickelodeon on and then fall asleep.
Jesus. Holy shit. That's right. I didn't know he was so ubiquitous on the fucking... I didn't even know he was still relevant at all.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I guess if you don't get fucking Deadliest Catch and maybe you didn't have a cable or some shit, but like during the times I had cable, like I would fucking be just laying there watching Cartoon Network waiting for like Adult Swim or Nickelodeon, enjoying whatever cartoon's on, and then like I'd fall asleep and wake up and there's just some weird ass like Toonami shit on or something like that.
Well, Toonami is based.
They were like a Mexican man jumping on a trampoline.
Also based.
Was that Ultimate Muscle? But they had Good Burger. Good Burger is eternally Kino, so
Welcome to
they
Good
get
Burger. Home with a Good
Good
Burger.
Burger. Can I take your order? Right, Willie? Or do you, Willie? I think you told us before you boycott any black starring media.
No.
That reminds me
not
of the
very
first
cool.
time you just like fucking took me back in time to like the first time I ever saw anime in my life. I was it was like really early in the morning, like we were getting ready to go to the airport, and I was like a kid, and
Yeah.
I turned on Cartoon Network just to like watch something while I wait for my parents to get ready, and like there was just these fucking anime girls with tittle ditties, and I was
shit.
I like panicked because I was a good boy, and like I was like I'm gonna get in trouble for seeing, you know, like they weren't even naked or anything. It's just they're like doing, it blew my mind, like just doing the show like it was normal, but their bazongos were massive, and I was like, what?
Were you just was it distorted memory, or were they actually just objectively huge?
I think it was just average anime. It's like Nami size kid. But like as a
Okay,
kid,
those
like
are notably big though.
in a very conservative household, I turned that on and I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble. I turned it off.
So did you put your hands in front of your eyes and then slowly space apart your fingers so you could catch
He
little
put his hand somewhere else.
I
Yeah, nice.
panicked and turned the TV off, and then I realized I couldn't just turn it off because if they turned the TV back on, they would see the tits immediately. So I turned it back on.
He turned it back on, changed the
That's some
channel.
advanced.
Yeah.
That's some advanced thinking.
Yeah.
Your exceeds expectations for your age.
Thanks. I like good boy points. But like,
Was that the first time you stuck your finger in your butthole?
that's such yeah. That
The
sounds
second
exactly
time,
how you did that.
actually.
Yeah, the first time was an accident.
No, the first time I ever saw that kind of shit, I was playing Sims day and night.
What?
The first time I ever stick my finger.
No.
in my ass.
I mean, like, I know what you're trying to get at. I ain't done that, but like, I know what you're trying to get. Like, the first time I ever like saw anything sexual was like I was playing Sims day and night on Newgrounds, and I like was like just going through like the game, and then I went to the nightclub, and like there's an option to get jiggy with it. I had no idea what that meant. I clicked it and like did like a mini game thing, and then I ended up with a picture with an Asian bitch showing her tits, and it was like, and I was like, whoa.
Damn, I didn't
I
even
know
know that.
Oh,
Go on. I was just gonna say I didn't know that the yellow fever can transmit over land.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess so.
Oh no, it wasn't land. It was dial-up at that point.
Hey,
But
well,
I remember
Go
what
on,
my sexual awakening was like in media. I think I talked about this recently, but
Turning
I'll talk
red,
about it again.
Did you hop?
No, not Turning red. No, it was so I had a DVD as a kid for like I don't remember what movie it was. It was like a PG-13 or R-rated movie, but like there wasn't anything sexual in that. But there wasn't anything sexual in the movie itself. But in the trailers that played before the main menu, there was a trailer for the film Something About Mary, and
shit.
the trailer is the scene where Mary's like getting undressed and like somebody's watching through the window.
yeah.
And I was looking at it as a kid and I'm like, I don't know. So something about this attracts me. I kind of want to see how this scene goes.
I had the same thing with there's a scene in European National Lampoon. My parents loved the like vacation movies, like Chevy Chase and shit. There's a scene in European Vacation where like I guess they must have covered my eyes when they watched it or some shit as a kid. But like there's a German chick gets her tits out and it's a wonderful pair of honkers. But like I remember when I like discovered that we had the DVD for that. That was like,
Oh shit.
I was like, oh, gotta hide this.
For later.
I just like I found porn as a kid, just like DVDs in somebody's drawer I wasn't supposed to be in. That was even before I was like sexually awakened. I didn't really understand it. I was just like, oh, this video's weird. I should probably put it back.
I think we should go back. That was a much healthier way to go about this, and we would have so many less virgin incels in this world if that was our only like. You know, you're just forced in that world to go
The
find
porn
a mate.
didn't do it for me, but Something About Mary did.
It was enough.
Yeah.
It was enough that like it like got you like wanting. It got you like wanting to get a bitch.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't so oversaturated and so accessible that like, you know, if you got fucking horny, you wouldn't just go like Google something. You would be like, well, shit, I gotta go find a woman. Not so that happens.
I have to locate a woman so that I can relieve this urge.
Exactly. It's your only choice. You had to go on the fucking love quest. You couldn't not. You know.
Babe, I think that, I don't know, that's a common thing that people talk about for like pornography, saying like, you know, it takes away the actual satiation of sex drive because you can just like satisfy yourself at home with whatever.
No,
internet.
I don't think it's equivalent. I think it's kind of like junk food. It's like, but it's like a junk food that like, rape is bad, and so like, if I was to steal bread is the equivalent
Let's
of
get
rape.
that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way.
So like, I feel like the alternative to like stealing bread, which would be rape for sex, is like to eat junk food, which is porn.
Those are two equivalent crimes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Stealing bread.
No, I'm just trying to make the metaphor because like say like eating a healthy, square, good meal like steak and veg, like just good shit is like just like finding a proper mate and like going through like what you're supposed to do, you know, as an animal.
Like,
that's a regular meal, and then like the negative would be like, oh, I'm starving, therefore I shall steal, or you know, I'm starving, therefore I shall go get a McDouble.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's a weird metaphor, but I think it works.
I think I track you. So for what you're saying is basically, you know, the ideal would be to find like a relationship or a real person that's potentially gonna have sex with you, which would be the home cooked meal, whatever, nutrition, and also tasty. And then, but then some
healthy,
people are pushed
good for you.
Exactly. And some people
very tasty.
Get
you know
a similar.
what I'm saying, Doug?
Nice. But some people are driven to get that same healthy meal, which you say is bread, which is questionable analogy, but that would be the R word. And then people satisfy themselves by not having the criminality of it, by getting the junk food, which doesn't necessarily satiate that real world, sexual.
It makes you
content.
worse, and you get addicted to the junk food too because it's so easy
True.
and so good.
That is true.
Most women, like, you know, if you're a generous man, most women are a 5 or 6. You know, there's plenty of guys out there that like want the fucking bimbos that like got Pamela Anderson ruined into thinking like just a blonde busty bitch was the only way to go. But like most women are all right. Most are. If you're willing to like let go of like the perfection of the internet, like you can get along with like a bland, nice girl. But like, where was I going with this? So so it was the same thing with the junk food. Like, the junk food is like, it's good, it's sugar, it's fat, it's chemically designed to make you want more. And that's the same thing with porn. You see the hottest women in a nation, the tips of your fingers. So like, I guess the TLDR, my point is, rape is equivalent to stealing bread in criminality.
Yeah, I think that is basically the thing. And also, I guess the other thing that you said that was poignant was that I guess it shifts and warps your palate to kind of go for the cheap thrills versus like wholly considered situation. And I think you're right. I think most people, should there be no comparisons, no anything else, like ancestrally, it's probably like, okay, the hottest girl in my village or whatever is the definition of that is peak female performance. Whereas now you get all this thoughts fucking on Twitch.
You get to see like the best bitch in Germany, and that's what you compare like the local girls off of. Which I mean, it's fine to have standards. It's good, you know.
Why Germany?
I'm just saying, like, you know, you look at fucking Ukrainian bitches, you know, that kind of thing. Like they're on a different level. But like, I mean, look at me. I went to fucking halfway across the world for a bitch, so I can't really talk shit on like not being picky, like not being
actually,
picky.
He's the first guy to meet a wife in the virtual world and Meta. I think it was Meta.
The first guy.
Yeah, but like, don't take that as if it's like that's the first person I was ever with or ever met. Like I've been through fucking American women and they suck. They're not as attractive. Their characters are shit. Their personalities are shit. And I think that's a big flaw of the porn industry is that like you don't get to see how shitty these women are. All women are shitty. All women have some fucking problem.
Whoa.
Where you're like, oh my god, this bitch again. What is it? This fucking time? All women have something like every man does too. But when you're looking for a mate, these are things you have to like figure out because it's very important what you can and want to deal with.
Kandor, I hope you're ready for your community guidelines strike when you put this episode up.
Man,
I'm not sexist. I'm a realist. All right.
Yeah, but no, I think that there's a really good point. You always will have to make concessions. You're never going to meet some green girl that's perfect all over. And same thing for guys and whatever you're into. There's always going to be some concession of like, yeah, you piss me off a little bit, but I can tolerate it.
Yeah, or like it's cute. When you piss me off like this, it's cute. like or like that kind of thing.
I think that's kind of early on relationship shit. Like some stuff, like yeah, okay, your little quirk. I love when you do this.
You can hate a characteristic about a person and still like find it somewhat endearing. Because also like sometimes your dislike for a character trait come from your own flaws. Like, for instance, I hate it when my wife asks me for shit. That's not because she asks for too much shit. She doesn't ask for shit ever. It's because I'm a lazy piece of shit and I don't want to do anything when she asks me. So it's like that kind of thing. That's an example of that. Or like when she asks me like a simple task, like, hey, can you call this? Or, like, make sure this reservation is placed or something. I'll be like, oh my god, this bitch again asking me to do something. I go to work, I slave away 8 hours a fucking day. I break my back. Now I'm sitting here drinking a beer. This bitch is asking me to make a call. I gotta make a fucking call.
Well, that's some white.
Dare she?
Yeah, exactly. But it's like it's like a characteristic you have to fight, and like you have to deal with it. Like you know your own flaws. You have to like understand. Like yeah, so in an ideal world right now, she would be fucking sucking me off, be like, oh yeah, no, I don't need you to make that. I'll make the call for you. Do you want me to bring over some lobster for you as well? Will I give you a foot massage? Like that, obviously we all want that. That's not the real world. Like you don't know.
Are you saying that you're inviting Willy into the bedroom with you?
No, fuck off. But like you don't know what Mia Malkova smells like. You don't know if like when the cat.
I'm certain that she smells great.
I think the opposite.
I hope not.
What?
I think it's the same thing for me. Like for me, like I'm just a fucking obviously arrogant douchebag. So like I need somebody to be on top of me, like make me fucking get better and calm me. You like
that little femme? You like to be you're the bottom, huh?
She probably smells too good. It takes a lot of perfume to cover up that cum smell.
But for me,
a little too much.
But for me, as like in a relationship, I need someone to challenge me, someone to make me get better, because I will just slump into fucking mediocrity. But then if I have
sounds like simp shit, bro. You gotta like find how to you gotta find how to get that strength from yourself, bro. You gotta lift for you. You can't be like I lift for my girlfriend.
Okay, I don't think he ever said that, and I think you're projecting a bit.
He literally said he's literally said on multiple occasions. He's literally said on multiple occasions he started working out because of his girlfriend.
Yeah,
he lifts for his girlfriend.
Starting it is different than continuing because of his girlfriend. But anyways, we'll talk about items in a little bit. But for me, with my girl right now, like she is very kind of passive and like very accepting of who I am, which is amazing. Especially yeah, exactly. But early on that was great. It was like, okay, yeah, I don't have to change. I can keep smoking, keep doing like fucking drugs and shit. But then eventually you're kind of like, yo, like, shouldn't you want me to try to get better? It's like, but that's my own flaws speaking.
Yeah. That's just like you gotta work on you. Like you can't expect her to fix you. Like nobody can read your fucking mind. You can't be like, oh, I'm so depressed. Yeah. I wish someone would know how sad I am and like
big one and
like figure me out.
No, nothing's wrong.
I went so long in my life trying to like find a girl who would like fix me or like save me or like be like I wish someone would understand me. I wish they would just like somebody could look in my eyes and just know. Like I went so long.
You need somebody to save you. Yeah. A Wonderwall, perhaps.
I needed fucking like. But when you're like that, dude, you don't need a girlfriend. You need like a witch. You need like you're trying to get like a fucking. You're getting Merlin. You're trying to look for Merlin as a spouse. Like nobody can do that. Nobody can like read your mind.
It's literally the curse of the incel. And literally the classic Elliot Rodgers story of thinking females reject him without ever actually trying.
Why can't I find a beautiful, wealthy woman who will give me what I want and let me play WoW whenever I want? He just wants his mom.
I saw an Asian guy that got with a white girl. This is impossible.
Dude, you should look at that as an inspiration. You should be like, that's gonna be me. This is my glow up moment. You shouldn't be getting jealous.
Yeah, there's precedent.
Be like, yo, brother Hachi, how'd you do that?
Hachi. Go on,
so
Willy.
Kandor.
Yeah.
If I could possibly change the subject a bit, why don't we start for heated debates?